Hi, my name is Mark Fittipaldi. Welcome to the Skills Series, where we go over some of the skills that you need to be a top-level TCG player. If you haven't seen any of the previous episodes, please check out the description below. You'll find some links there. And in today's episode, we'll be going over time management. So what is time management? Time management is the act of planning ahead so that you don't put yourself under pressure and so that you're capable of making the best possible decision. So the most effective way to manage your time correctly is to have a plan for every single card as soon as you draw it. Now, the hardest time to do that is when you get your opening hand, because you've received so many cards at once that at times it can be overwhelming. Now, in this example, it's quite simple because I have a 1 mana card, a 2 mana card, a 3 mana card, and a 4 mana card. So if I want to be mana efficient, I should be playing those on those turns. However, it's not quite as simple as it looks. Because our 2 mana card is a removal card, it's often incorrect to be playing this on turn 2. We probably want to be playing this much later on to gain a tempo advantage and using it on one of their bigger creatures. Similarly, our 3 mana creature is one that derives a lot of value, and our 4 mana creature is a form of removal in which we're required to trade out one of our creatures. So perhaps it's not correct to be using our Uncanny Rogue on our Vault Vagabond when we want to use this to attack the opponent's god, so giving it deadly isn't ideal. So in this circumstance, we're thinking we definitely want to play our Switch Duelist, so let's just make that play and keep planning ahead to figure out the best way that we can use our other cards and hope to draw something that will provide us a way to use our Uncanny Rogue better. So in the previous example, I was planning up to 4 rounds ahead by planning for each card in my hand from 1 to 4 mana. A round being the act of me taking a turn and then you taking a turn. So a turn is one individual action. I often recommend that it's best to plan 3 turns ahead. So in that example, it would be me taking a turn and attacking with the Switch Duelist, and then my opponent takes a turn, and then I react again. So that's planning 3 turns ahead. So the reason I recommend using 3 turns is because that is much easier to visualize and see what's going to happen. Now, I know that if I attack the opponent with a Switch Duelist, then they're not going to be able to kill the Switch Duelist because it flips its attack and health with their Veteran Archer. So then I'm quite comfortable in attacking and knowing that the Veteran Archer is not going to be very useful. And then I can know, okay, well, if I play my Vault Vagabond now, I'm probably going to be able to attack their god and get a card out of it because this will enable the flank of the Vault Vagabond. So I'm already planning out exactly what's going to happen here. Now, perhaps the most effective way to make sure you're using your time effectively is to spend your opponent's timer to think about what you're going to do with your cards when they pass back to you. Now, the example I like to give here is when people are playing chess at a high level. So when your opponent is thinking about their move, you're also thinking about your move. And it applies exactly the same in card games, and that allows you to make the best decisions. So players will often ask me, what should I do when I'm under time pressure and I'm not sure what decision to make? Generally, I recommend the best thing you can do is to default onto the previous heuristics we've talked about, such as mana efficiency and card advantage, because whilst they might not be the best possible thing to do, often they won't be a bad thing to do, and sometimes that's all you need. Thanks so much for watching this episode of the Skills Series. If you want to watch any of the previous episodes, you can find the links in the description below. My name is Mark Fittipaldi, and this concludes the Skills Series. And if you have any suggestions of future series that you'd like to watch, please let us know, and we hope to see you soon.